How to be more confident. I think this is really important topic because we everybody need to be more confident. We everybody need to believe more in ourselves. And that's the podcast I'm recording today. So stay with me while I record it and check the vocabulary, the pronunciation, and you will learn some new words. And at the end of the video, we will discuss this very interesting topic. Let's start. I want to imagine this. Two people have the same talent, the same opportunities, and the same dreams. One takes action, the other waits. One speaks up, the other stays silent. One becomes successful, the other stays stuck. The difference is not intelligence, it's not luck, it's confidence. Today, we're talking about confidence, the skill that changes everything. I'm here with someone who became a millionaire at a very young age, and he says confidence was the real reason behind his success. Thank you for being here. Let me ask you something simple but deep. What does confidence really mean to you? Thank you for having me. For me, confidence is not believing you are perfect or better than others. Confidence is trusting yourself enough to act, even when you are scared. When I was young, I didn't feel special. I felt insecure like everyone else. But I believed one thing. I believed I could figure things out. That belief pushed me to take risks while others waited for certainty. Many people think confidence is something you are born with. Was that true for you? Not at all. Confidence is built, not given. When I was starting my business, I failed many times. I made bad decisions, lost money, and felt embarrassed. But every time I survived a mistake, my confidence grew. Not because I succeeded, but because I learned I could handle failure. Confidence comes from experience, not from positive thinking alone. I think that sentence is really important because that sentence, confidence comes from experience, not from positive thinking alone. It's very true. Even when you speak English, for example, you made mistake, okay, make mistakes, and then you correct those mistakes, and then the next time you speak correctly, you feel more confident because you know what mistakes you are making. So when you have experience, when you know what is wrong, that is where when confidence comes, right? So I think it's really, really important. Let's continue. That's interesting because many people wait to feel confident before they act. That's one of the biggest mistakes. Confidence comes after action, not before. If you wait to feel confident, you will wait forever. Action creates proof. Proof creates confidence. I didn't wake up confident one day. I acted scared many times until fear lost power. People think confident people have no fear. That's false. Confident people act with fear. And this is very famous phrase, right? Like, do it with fear, do it anyway, do it. What role did confidence play in becoming successful so young? It played a huge role. I spoke to people older and more experienced than me. I asked questions. I negotiated. I failed publicly. Without confidence, I could have stayed quiet. Many opportunities come from being willing to be seen unheard. Sorry. Many opportunities come from being willing to be seen unheard. Confidence opened doors before money ever did. Some people confuse confidence with arrogance. How do you see that difference? Arrogance is insecurity in disguise. Arrogant people need to prove they are better. Confident people don't. Confidence is calm. Arrogance is loud. I've met many rich people who were very insecure. Money does not create confidence. Self trust does. Were there moments when your confidence dropped? Of course, confidence is not permanent. There were moments when I doubted myself deeply. The difference is that I didn't let doubt stop me. I learned that confidence is a practice, not a destination. You build it daily by how you talk to yourself, how you act, and how you respond to failure. What are common mistakes people make when trying to be confident? One big mistake is comparing themselves to others. Comparison kills confidence. Another mistake is trying to look confident instead of becoming confident. Fancy words, expensive clothes, or showing off don't fix insecurity. True confidence comes from alignment between what you say and what you do. This already feels very powerful, but listeners are probably thinking, okay, this sounds great, but how do I actually build confidence? That's the right question. Okay, I will explain how anyone can build confidence step by step, even if they feel insecure right now, and how confidence can be developed without becoming arrogant or fake. You said something very powerful. Confidence comes after action, not before. Many people listening feel insecure right now. They want confidence, but they don't know where to start. So let me ask you this directly. How can someone build confidence in real life? The first step is very simple, but not easy. You need to start keeping small promises to yourself. Confidence is built when your brain learns that you can trust your own words. If you say you will do something and you don't do it, even if something small, you slowly destroy self trust. But when you start doing what you say, even in the small things, confidence grows naturally. You don't need big goals at the beginning, you need consistency. Many people say, I tried, but I failed, and now I feel worse. That's normal. Failure hurts. But failure is not the enemy of confidence. Avoiding action is. Every confident person you admire failed many times. The difference is that They learned to separate failure from identity. Failure does not mean I am bad. It means this didn't work. When you stop taking failure personally, confidence becomes stronger. One more time. Confidence becomes stronger. What about fear? Fear of rejection, fear of embarrassment, fear of looking stupid. Fear never disappears completely, and that's okay. Confidence is not about eliminating fear, it's about moving with fear. I still feel nervous before big decisions. The difference is that fear no longer controls my actions. I remind myself that embarrassment is temporary, but regret can last for years. Most people regret the things they didn't try, not the things they tried and failed. You became successful very young. Did confidence affect your relationships? Yes, in many ways. At first, some people didn't like my confidence. They thought I was arrogant or unrealistic. That was hard. But I learned something important. When you grow, some people feel uncomfortable because it reminds them of what they didn't do. Confidence will attract the right people and repel the wrong ones. And that's healthy. That is something true. When you are confident of yourself, when you believe in yourself, you can repel people because they feel you are arrogant, but you are not. You're just confident, and that is good. So as the sentence says, you remind them what they didn't do. You remind them that they are not confident. So that is really interesting. Let's continue. We're in okay. That connects with something many listeners feel. They are afraid of changing because of what others might think. Exactly. But here's the truth. But here's the truth. People will judge you no matter what. If you stay small, they judge. If you grow, they judge. So you might as yeah, so you might as well choose growth. Confidence is choosing your own path, even when it's uncomfortable. You don't need permission to believe in yourself. What daily habits helped you become more confident? Three things helped me a lot. First, honest self talk. I stopped insulting myself in my head. Second, preparation. Confidence grows when you prepare. Third, action. Even imperfect action. Waiting for, waiting for perfection is fear wearing a mask. Progress beats perfection every time. How do you avoid crossing the line into arrogance? By standing curious and humble. Confidence knows it doesn't know everything. Arrogance pretends it does. I listen more than I speak. I stay open to feedback. Real confidence has nothing to prove. It doesn't need applause. If you could give one final message to someone listening who feels insecure right now, what could it be? You don't need to become a different person to be confident. You need to become more honest with yourself. Confidence is built step by step, not overnight. Start small, act even when you are scared. That sorry, trust that you can learn as you go. The moment you stop waiting for confidence and start acting, your life begins to change. That's a powerful message. Thank you for sharing with us. Thank you. Remember, confidence is not about being fearless, it's about being brave enough to start. All right, that was the podcast of today, how to be more confident. And I think everybody, we need to be more confident. Um, I'm going to tell you something. When I was younger, I thought I knew everything. I thought I knew I wasn't perfect, but I wanted to pretend I was. I want everybody, I wanted everybody to see me as a good person, as a perfect person, as a role model. Uh, but that is not possible. I mean, you cannot be a good person to everyone. That is not that is not healthy, okay? Because you at the end you damage other people. You hurt people, people you really care just because you want them to see you as a perfect person, and that is not good. So being more confident is not being arrogant. Okay, so don't cross that line. It's good to be confident. It's good to believe in yourself. It's good to believe that you are a great person if you are, but don't cross. I repeat because this is really important. Don't cross that line of arrogance. Just believe in yourself. Okay, but remember that you are a human being and you are a human that makes mistakes. No matter how hard you try, no matter how hard you practice, no matter how hard you believe in yourself, you are going to make mistakes. Maybe not the same mistakes, but you are going to make mistakes. And you have to accept it. You are not perfect. Okay. But when you accept that, you feel more confident because you are human and you can make mistakes, and that is normal. Just try to not make the same mistakes. Okay. Well, that was all I wanted to tell you. And I want you to tell me, what do you think? I mean, are you confident? Are you confident? Do you believe in yourself? Are you arrogant? Or tell me one experience you had. I would really like to read your comment. And that's all for today. I hope you liked. Thank you very much for staying with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Have an excellent day.